a government that isn't here to work for giant tech companies. I want a government that's here to work for the people. It is time to break up America's tech giants.
Well, that's 2020 presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren, of course. She's proposing a big tech breakup, as you heard, claiming Amazon, Google, and Facebook are monopolies.
But is this a good idea? Let's ask Kurt, the cyber guy. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Emily, good to see you. Pete and I differ on this one, which
is
interesting. I got to tell you, like, I am very pro-tech, as you know, but at the same time, I think there's no doubt they are monopolies. But when you see legislation proposed that if I become president, I'm going to break all this up, that's just taking a wrecking ball to American business in one whack. How about we start in steps, and how about we look at the obvious thing, which is rather than kill them off, how about making sure a way is paved for the little guy to get in? So if you and I come up with an idea, we have a chance.
All right, I'm going to defend Elizabeth Warren. I read her. I'm serious. I read her op-ed. I actually agree with her argument. I don't think you're ending these tech companies. You're breaking them up. They've become anti-competitive, crowding out the little guy. And she's saying at some point in America, the government does have a role to make sure that small business has an opportunity to compete. It's actually a very compelling argument.
It is. And at the same time, she's calling what they are now illegal. But that's not true. The fact is they didn't break any laws to achieve what they've achieved as dominance in the marketplace. So you don't punish an American company for becoming American and becoming successful. So what you want to do instead is, I think, make some openings, and at the same time on the privacy front that I'm very, very harsh on all of them for. Really.
So is there a middle ground where there's some common sense regulations where the government says, you know, we've got to make sure you're not just taking everybody's data and selling it off to everyone?
You know what's great about climbing this mountain is that other people have done it. And so you look at the EU, and Europe has done a really magnificent job giving us a roadmap of what's working and what's not working in their legislative ways to regulate the privacy aspect of these tech companies.
But do you feel like
I'm not looking to Europe for anything. I mean, they may be good on some things, but we have a history in this country of recognizing that companies that are too big, that squeeze out competition, are ultimately not good for the consumer. You get less choice, you get less quality over time, and competition is good. And if Amazon's going to have the platform and sell it to me and undercut competitors, government has a role at some point to step in, and small measures probably aren't going to do anything. Now, I don't love the fact that they're not taking on censorship of free speech. That's no part of what Elizabeth Warren wants to do. But, you know, trust busting has a history in this country.
True, true. I just want to see a smart plan that doesn't say, let's just blow it all up first. Right. And I'm hearing dramatic, politicized speech from a candidate that just wants to get a cheap vote. And I think we're better than that. I think we got to be more intelligent about it. And at the same time, I want control over my personal data. I am tired of Silicon Valley rolling over everybody's personal rights and their privacy in this country, in the world, frankly. And that's where I'd like to see us start. And on the business competitive front, Pete, we could agree at some point. We really could.
Well, look, Warren Hegseth.
Listen, sometimes they have good ideas, and you have to acknowledge that. I would, I surprise.
I think when you have arrived at a point, like if you and I go out to dinner, we hang out, we come up with, and this is life, come up with great ideas. Hey, why don't we start this app? Or hey, why don't we try this? I think the landscape has now become very difficult for us to do that because we can't just do it out of our garage anymore. We have to, and if it's successful, it's going to be squashed by the big guys.
Absolutely.
By Amazon.
Yeah.
You're right. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.